Welcome back.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm so happy you're here. I have a lot to talk to you about. First of all, since Better Call Saul, okay, is now ended, it's coming to an end.
It did?
Barely. I was still fresh. I mean, no, I know it is.
But keep calling me back.
But you did that character for 13 years?
Yeah. I was supposed to do 3 or 4 episodes, they asked. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, and then it turned into my whole life. So. And I'm thankful for it. But
are you happy the way everything wrapped up?
Oh, very happy. And I don't know if everyone's seen the finale, but if you haven't yet, it plays out really beautifully. The writers just did such a great job. So I'll always be thankful for that role, the role of a lifetime.
The last season, I was scared because we heard news that you had a heart attack.
Yeah, I did.
You had a heart attack.
I sure did. And, it was a classic heart attack.
Wow, you did it.
I said, give me the best one. But it all played out fine because everyone was there to save my life, and I had CPR done right away. And
someone did CPR on the set?
Oh, yeah. The ambulance didn't show up for 25 minutes, so I have 2 stents, and I'm great. I'm great.
I'm so happy, dude. I'm so happy. Because I was like, I got scared, but I know you, and I know you were in great shape because I saw Nobody.
Yeah, I did an action film called Nobody.
It's fantastic. It's a great
it got
movie.
me. Actually, I was in really good shape, and that helped my heart to survive that incident. So,
really,
exercise, and it'll help you through everything.
Yeah. I know you from Mr. Show.
As a comedy writer, you know me because that's what I did for most of my career.
Yeah.
And then you started there after I left.
Yeah.
And
I once met you on the street once in L.A.
And I do remember that. You do? And it was outside the Virgin Megastore.
Virgin Megastore.
And you were either just about to do the Boston movie or had done it.
No, right before.
Oh,
I was brand new on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, you were
and I was so nervous
you were
to
very
see
nervous.
you.
Yes.
Because I was like,
and it was great talking to you.
You were so nice to me. I will never forget that because when you're a comedian...
Well, as soon as you walked away, I said...
I hate this
He
talked my ear off. No, you were so nice to me. And when you're first starting out in comedy, anyone who's nice to you, it takes just even 2 minutes of being nice to you.
Yeah, nothing. I'll
never forget
Robin Williams, I remember when David Cross and I did Comic Relief 8, and we were doing Mr. Show, and hardly anyone saw us when that show was on, or since. And we did Comic Relief 8, and we were so proud to be invited and to be a part of it. And then only Robin came to us and said, you guys are really funny, and he had seen Mr. Show, and it was so great. It meant so much to us.
You don't forget that. It's like, it's the best. So I'm looking at this list. Rolling Stone released this list of the 100 greatest TV shows of all time. Oh. And it's always good. It starts a little debate and all this stuff. What is the best? You're on it 3 times, bud. 3 different shows. Look at that. That's not too shabby. Mr. Show, Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad.
And I don't know, my publicist did not tell me how much that costs, but...
Yeah. But that's amazing. I had to go from a comedian, a comedy writer.
Drama acting, it's weird, and somehow I don't know. Showbiz is weird.
Showbiz is weird, yeah. But you're a very talented guy. You can do this all.
Thank you, buddy.
You just got honored with this.
Yeah.
2023 Man of the Year, Hasty Pudding, Harvard. Harvard's Hasty Pudding. This is a big deal.
Okay, so I think that this means I can tell people I went to Mr. Harvard's college.
Yeah. Mr. Harvard, you went to Harvard. Yeah, exactly.
I did.
What did it?
It's great fun.
I found your college ID.
Oh yes,
online.
And now my real college experience. Ready for this? Look out!
What was this? What was this dude all about? What was he all about?
He was a good guy.
Yeah.
A little confused. Actually, what happened there was I was very young when I went to college. So I'm 17, and this is my 2nd year of college. And I walking through the rain. It was raining at SIU, Southern Illinois University. As picture day was rainy day. And I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be a novelist, which ties into this show that I just made, Lucky Hank, for AMC. But at that time, I wanted to be a serious writer. I loved Jack Kerouac writing, and I read a lot I read John Gardner and literary criticism. I really was serious about it, except that when I would sit down to write, I would just write comedy sketches. I would write parody commercials. Like, how is that? That's never going to get you to a novel.
No, but you couldn't stop writing funny bits.
I just loved it. I loved doing it. I love Monty Python so much. And after a few months, and I had a little radio show on the WIDB, the local radio station, which no one listened to, which is great. When you're starting out, do perform, write, but make sure there's no audience.
Yeah, because then that's good advice.
Because there's no record of it. It's so great, because I'm sure it was awful. But you know what? You do that for a couple years, and you get good at something. And eventually I got to SNL when I was 25, and then I had to get good fast. So.
Yeah, you did, and you got. So let's talk about Lucky Hank.
Lucky Hank, the new show. Yeah,
so the other show's still fresh.
Very
you
fresh.
Just finished that, and now you have this show.
I know.
It premieres this Sunday. You play Hank. What is this?
He's a college professor. He's a crabby old man. Well, look, I'm playing a guy who's closer to my age, which is kind of great. And he's funny. He jokes constantly. And it's an amazing cast of funny characters, actors, great actors who play this, all these professors in this English department. And it's really about, they say, a midlife crisis. And it's just about people being stupid and cruel to each other.
Yeah. Why not?
Because in academia, like any workplace situation, you prove your worth by getting one over on the guy next to you or the lady next to you.
Yeah.
And so that's what these people are doing. They're trajectorizing and trying to make it, trying to be important. And so there's a lot of comedy in it. Peter Farrelly did a wonderful job directing our first episode.
Peter Farrelly.
One of the great.
Oscar winner, by the way.
Yeah, and I can't wait for you to see it. If you're looking for some comedy and drama, mixed 50-50, not easy to do.
Yeah.
That's what we shot.
I want to show a clip. Here's Bob Odenkirk in Lucky Hank. Take a look at this.
You're here. You're here. The main piece of evidence is that you are here. The fact that you're here means you didn't try very hard in high school, or for whatever reason, you showed very little promise. Did that sound harsh? I'll tell you what, I'll smile through the rest of this. You are here. And even if your presence at this middling college in this sad, forgotten town was some bizarre anomaly, and you do have the promise of genius, which I'll bet a kidney that you don't, it will never surface. I am not a good enough writer or writing teacher to bring it out of you. And how do I know that? How? Because I, too, am here at Railton College, mediocrity's capital.
I, too, am here. So I can relate. That's so well done. Yeah. I don't know how you do it, but you just wrapped Better Call Saul, and you already filmed a whole new other series.
Well, one series. I actually two.
Wait, I didn't know you had another show.
Well, yeah. I joined the cast of Blippi this season.
Did the children's show Blippi?
I didn't write that.
No.
Well, I play Blippi's evil nemesis, Gorpy.
I didn't even know Blippi had a nemesis. I mean, what's going on the show?
There's a lot of Blippi stuff, I mean, basically, I guess I should say spoiler alert, but my character, Gorpy, stole Blippi's magic strawberry that teaches him the alphabet. Wow. And now Blippi can't speak because he forgot the alphabet, so that means he can't RSVP to Mr. Toothbrush's cleanup party. But what Blippi doesn't know, right, is that I've kidnapped his date to the cleanup party, Mavis Manners. And this is throwing the entire world into turmoil because now, and you already know this, but anyway, no one knows how to say please and thank you. Also, just this entire season is a dream that the number 8 is having.
Well, it's interesting. I wouldn't think that you would do a children's show.
Well, I mean, they paid me a lot of money. Plus, they gave me complete creative control. You know what? They even let me write my own dialogue. I brought a clip. You guys want to?
Can we do that?
Can we see it?
Rick, can we see it?
Is there any way to see it? You have any TVs?
Bob Odenkirk as the villain, Gorpy, in the new season of Blippi.
It's happening.
So much to learn about. It'll make you wanna shout, Blippi!
All right, listen up, you pieces of basically here. Blippi just met a talking crayon that taught him how to tie his shoes. And the only 3 letters I trust. A, Q, and Z. Here's what we're gonna do. A, I want you to break into Professor Naptime's treehouse. Steal that finger paints. Z, I need you to put down the apple slices and up Barry Broccoli at lunchtime when he's singing his healthy lunch song. Make it look like an accident. And Q, I need you to find out when Blippi is taking his next bubble bath. Because I'm going to teach that mother a little something about electricity.
Wow, Bob Odenkirk.
I've just been working.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Congratulations. Bob Odenkirk, Lucky Hank premieres this Sunday on AMC and AMC Plus. We'll be right back with more Tonight Show, everybody.
Hey, hey.